Shimmer Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into this quick lesson on this article that I had seen earlier. It says, father of 3 Marines who was arrested by immigration agents raised his sons to serve our country. And it says, Narcio Barranco, Narcio Barranco's 3 sons all joined the Marine Corps on June 21st, which was earlier this week. I think it was last Monday. He was arrested by Border Patrol agents in California. He is currently in custody. And as you can see, it says Alejandro, wearing the Marine uniform, stands next to his father Narso, his brothers Emmanuel and Jose, which Emmanuel's on the left, Jose on the right, also joined the Marines. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. It says Alejandro is a Marine veteran, and his 2 brothers are still serving in the Marine Corps and stationed at Camp Pendleton, California. All 3 of them were taught by their father to be proud Americans. But on June 21st, his father, Narcio Barranco, was arrested by Border Patrol agents in Santa Ana, California. And the video posted on social media of his arrest appears to show at least one law enforcement officer punching him several times while he was on the ground after being apprehended. Now, Narcio is headed to a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, detention center in California. His son Alejandro told Task and Purpose on Wednesday. Alejandro also said he doesn't think it's fair that the father of 3 Marines should be treated this way. In a quote, it says, he raised us to be educated, to be strong, to be helpful to this country, to serve our country, to be grateful. Alejandro said it's hard, it's really hard on us, and it's not right. Then it said Alejandro and his brothers are all American citizens. His father came to the United States from Mexico and had recently contacted an immigration attorney about applying for an immigration program known as Parole in Place, which allows undocumented members of military families to apply for a green card. Although his father had started the process, he had not submitted a formal application prior to his arrest, Alejandro said. The video of him being forcefully subdued has gone viral on social media, prompting criticism from Mike Levin, who posted on X or Twitter on Tuesday. What in the hell is going on in this video? Narcio Barranco was tackle punched and pepper sprayed by masked agents outside an IHOP in Orange County. He is a landscaper, a father of 3 Marines. This is not America. If there is more to the story, we need answers and transparency now. So I'm gonna read this last paragraph. It says McLaughlin said the Border Patrol agents had arrested an illegal alien on June 21st who had tried to run away from them, swung a weed whacker at an agent's face, passed through a busy intersection, and ultimately tried to fight against being handcuffed. She also said that the agents offered him medical care, but he declined. So basically what is going on is that another case where the Israelites are being harassed by these Edomites, you know. Of course, this is the northern kingdom, but Yahweh Shem Abishai had already said this is not our rest. And this just goes to show you that these Edomites do not care what you do. They don't care if you got children that serve the military. You got 3 of them and 2 still in the military. They do not care. Esau has a perpetual hatred for the Israelites. He do not care. And he probably, and you know, the guy, he should be blessed, you know. I really hate saying lucky, but I have to use it in this scenario. You have to count himself lucky that the Lord didn't take him out, allow Esau to take him out, you know, because then that really would have been even worse, you know, especially being a father of 3 Marines that, you know, serve the U.S. But that should let the sons know, too, that these people do not care, you know, which The elders and apostles and the brothers all around the four corners of the earth have been preaching and prophesying this. And it's no excuse for people saying they have not heard about the Israelites now. So you know that they probably have heard and know that all this time we've been telling that Esau, Edom hates us, and this country is not our rest. This place was literally set up for us to be punished. This is Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. And let me get the word for that, for rest. Rest in place, rest in place, rest quiet. It says repose or peacefully, figuratively consolation. Right, all right, consolation, which is a good word. This is not what Yahweh Shem Yahushua promised us. This is not the promised land. This is not what the Lord promised unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is what the Lord gave unto Esau. So right here it says rest, repose, condition of rest. And then it also says this is the rest. This is the way to enjoy tranquil felicity. I wish I can't get that word. Let me see. All right. It says intense happiness, the ability to find appropriate expression for one's thoughts, a particular effective feature of a work of literature or art. So like the first one, though, it says intense happiness. This is not the place where we were supposed to find intense happiness. Okay, now I see, because it even go back to the Latin, which the word in English, it translates to happy. I see, but in Latin and also in Spanish, it go into feliz, which also means happy in Spanish. But this is, like I said, intense happiness. This is not the place where Yahweh Shem Yahushua said we was going to enjoy tranquil, which is peaceful, intense happiness. This is the place where we was going to be put into hardcore bondage and captivity. I want to go into the root of that word too. Before I do that, let me see. Okay, yeah. Go into the root. Okay, so rest, which that's pretty much what it's going into. And they take you back. Rest in place, state or condition of rest in place, a condition of rest. Right, here it is. It says in Strong's definition, quiet, an example, concretely, a settled spot, or figuratively, a home. This is not our home. We don't belong here. We don't even belong on this side of the world. Rest, it says to seek rest for a woman. In addition, an example, condition them to seek marriage. Being liquid, how about Shem Yahushua? Also with women, because a part of this not being our rest is we not gonna be able to what we were created to do, to be fruitful and multiply, enjoy family. We ain't gonna be able to do that. Not here. The families is being separated. Families have been broken up. Now the family dynamic is rare. To have a man and a wife, or a husband and a wife, father and mother in the same household, raising children together, or father and wives, because it's this world and the spirit that's coming back into the world is the spirit of polygamy. Where a man has multiple wives and all those women deal with that one man. That's coming back, but that's a family dynamic too. It ain't just one man to one wife, but like I said, that whole family dynamic in whatever situation is gone. Because that mentality, that spirit is not over here in Babylon the Great, but the Lord is bringing it back on the earth. But ultimately, we wasn't going to get to enjoy that over here in Babylon the Great in America. I keep clicking out of it. I want to go keep going back into the root. So like I said, a home, figuratively. Now it says to rest, to settle down, to repose, have rest, be quiet, to cause to give rest. Right. This is not the place where we was going to settle. We were going to settle down and be able to just live comfortably. Like I say down here in the Strong's definition, to settle down, used in a great variety of applications, literal and figuratively, intransitive. Let's see what that is. Not passing over to look at the sky. Transitive and causative. Made me think about tranquil almost. But or trans also goes into like transverse, being mobile. It says to dwell, stay, let fall, place, let alone, withdraw, to give comfort, to cease, to be confederate. Like it says, to give comfort. This is not the place where we was going to find comfort. To rest, to sit down, to set oneself down anywhere to take rest. This ain't the place where we was going to be allowed to be at peace. I'm gonna just get a couple of them. I'm gonna read this paragraph right here. It says to rest, to be at rest, especially from labor. An example, it gives scriptures. It says to rest from troubles and calamities. This ain't the place. This ain't the place where we was gonna rest from troubles and calamities. This is the place where troubles and calamities was gonna multiply and become even more difficult. And just like what the Northern Kingdom is still experiencing to this day, getting deported, families being broken up, and Jake being treated in any type of way by Esau, Edom, it's just to show you that this is not the place of rest. We don't belong here, and the Lord is finna destroy this place off the face of the earth. It's really a good thing, for certain Israelites to not be over here, because if they understood that this was gonna be we don't want to be over here. The southern kingdom, none of the tribes, none of the men of the Lord, none of the elect wants to be here. We don't want to be here. We're here until Yahweh Hashem Yahushua deliver us out of here. And nobody is going to inhabit this land once the Lord is done with it. This is literally the place where it's going to be the lake of fire. So the Lord is literally finna destroy this place and burn it all the way to the ground. And nothing's going to be left. So it's really a blessing. It says to reside, to remain, to sit down, to deposit, to cause, to rest. All right, here we go. I'll just read around here. It says to cause to rest, commonly followed by a date, to give rest to anyone, often used of Yahweh, who after the conquest of the Canaanites gave to his people quiet possession of the promised land. Right, and he will give you rest from all your enemies round about. See, that still has to take place, because we was removed out of the land, but now we're getting ready to return. And that land is not Babylon the Great, it's not America, it's not where we are. So you're going to find trouble and calamities over here. This is why these things are happening. This is why Jake can't catch a break. They can't find it easy. It don't matter what you do. You can be in the government. You can be in the military. You can be in the entertainment world. You can be just very influential. It do not matter. This man has a perpetual hatred towards us. So like I said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. I'm going to read that in the AMP. It says, arise and depart, because the captivity is inevitable. This is the captivity. For this land is not the place of rest. America, Babylon the Great, is not the place of rest. Because of the defilement that brings destruction, meaning all of the wickedness that America has done has brought the judgment that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has set for this place. It says a painful and terrible destruction, which is those ultimately is the thermonuclear missiles destroying this place. All this has to come, This is not the place of rest, and it's going to be wiped off the map. This place will never be inhabited by mankind again. So that being understood, it's time for Jake to really understand that this country is not going to find, you're not going to find justice here. Jake think that just because they served in the military, they did this and did this for the country, did this and did that, that they gonna show some type of respect unto you or to your family. It don't work that way. They're not gonna do that. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your sons, your family, your father, your mother. They don't care what nothing that we do. We have already tried that. We've already seen this with the veterans. We've already seen this. They will literally, they even do it to their own people. You serve this country, and then once you back, they discard you. They don't care nothing about you, you know? But again, this is how Esau Edom rose. It's about time for our people to really understand it. But when we expose the so-called white man and all his evil, our people, they come against us. But then our people really don't understand until it happens into them. And that's what the Lord is going to bring too. A lot of Israelites are not going to understand who they really dealing with until it happens to them personally or happens to someone they love personally. Then they going to start to get an understanding, some type of understanding. They just better hope it ain't too late. So I just want to go into that article. I had seen that and was like, here it is with the northern kingdom. Now it happened with the southern kingdom, you know. Esau do it to his own people, but it definitely happens with the southern kingdom. Even though with the southern kingdom, most of the time it be the veterans that they discard. And this one was just a relative of, you know, the father of the sons that he got that serve in the military. But still, nonetheless, you were Israelite. All your children Israelites. They gon' treat you like this. They gon' do you like this because of who you are. So, Lord will, this is the edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Until next time, shalom.